What's up, my fellow internet abusers? Look, I'm sure you guys probably know this already, but unfortunately, our world is filled with fucking morons. And today, I think we're going to be looking at the biggest idiot to have ever lived, honestly. I mean, I think this person deserves an award for being the biggest retard in history, because that's actually impressive. I mean, the amount of stupid people in this planet, and for her to top all of those people is it deserves an award. It deserves a ceremony. So the biggest idiot in the world is this lady named Jewel, and she deserves the award because she made herself blind. That's right. It's not a joke. She could see, and she was like, you know what? I don't want to see. I'm just gonna be blind. She had the gift of sight, of working eyeballs, and she was like, nah, fuck that shit. I don't want it. Actual blind people would probably murder tens of thousands of people just to see again. Sorry, I'm already fucking annoyed. I'm already annoyed, and I just read the title and watched the first 5 seconds of this video, and I'm already fucking pissed. I actually heard this recently, I think from Stephen Hawking, that if you like and subscribe my video right now, you'll be considered the elite group, the smartest people on the planet. So if you want to be in that group, go ahead, subscribe, and like my video. I'd really appreciate it. So let's watch this moron in action.
For most people, going blind would be a nightmare. But for Jewel Chooping, it was the fulfillment of a lifelong dream.
What? A dream? Like a fantasy? Like it's her, like this is what she's been wanting her entire life, to be blind? So let me get this straight. As a kid, you know, there were a bunch of kids being like, oh, my dream is to become an astronaut, or my dream is to become a doctor, or whatever the fuck. And she was like, oh, my dream is to be fucking blind. Yeah, you know this seeing stuff? You know, like looking around and seeing shit? Yeah, I don't want that.
She suffers from a rare condition called body integrity identity disorder, which led her to deliberately take her own sight.
Aw, shit, wait, what? It's actually some kind of disorder? Hold on, I gotta look this up to make sure I'm not making fun of somebody with an actual problem. Body integrity identity disorder describes the extremely rare phenomenon of persons who desire the amputations of one or more healthy limbs or who desire a paralysis. Okay, so no, we're cool. We can make fun of her. Okay, so since it's kind of not actually a real thing, I think we're good. Hopefully I don't get canceled for this.
When there's nobody around you that feels the same way, you start to think that you're just very crazy. I don't think I'm crazy.
No, I think you're crazy. And I think most people will think you're crazy. Normal people who have their sight don't usually just want to not have it for no reason. So yeah, I would say you're fucking crazy.
Years ago, Jewel took the drastic decision to blind herself, and she researched the method she would use.
I found that lye is very painful, although it does get the job done. I found that drain cleaner is little less painful, although it does a lot of damage to the eye. Because drain cleaner was easily available to me, I went with that.
She found a psychologist willing to help her, and after 2 weeks of working together to make sure she was ready, they carried out Jewel's plan.
No fucking way. No fucking way. You're telling me there was a professional psychologist willing to make somebody go blind who doesn't need to go blind? What kind of fucking psychologist is this? What fucking van was this psychologist working out of? Let me see this guy's PhD, because I have a feeling it's not fucking real.
I laid down on the sofa and he sat next to me. Dropped 2 drops into each eye. My eyes were screaming. I had some drain cleaner going down my cheek, burning my skin.
The fuck? This is such a weird scenario to hear about. That somebody would put drain cleaner in their eyes on purpose so that they could go blind, and they're totally okay with it. I mean, she sounded like a torture victim who was doing an interview after escaping. What the fuck am I watching? I can't believe this shit right now, man.
After waiting half an hour to make sure the damage was done, the psychologist took Jewel to hospital, where doctors fought to save her sight.
That sounds like a funny ass scene. That sounds like a scene out of a sitcom. I can just imagine her putting those drain cleaner drops in her eyes, waiting half an hour, starting to go blind, and the psychologist is like, all right, I gotta take you to the hospital. And she's like, no, 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 don't take me to the hospital. No, don't make them save my sight. No, 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 don't take me there. As if they're putting her in the electric chair and killing her. I mean, I imagine her just freaking out when he was like, all right, maybe we should go to the hospital. I also like the fact that the psychologist, like, was down to make this person blind and put drain cleaner in their eyes. And then after half an hour, he was like, all right, maybe we should go to the fucking hospital. What a moron. Maybe we should be giving the award to this fucking psychologist.
Sight in both eyes slowly went away. I was so happy. I felt that this was who I was supposed to be.
Once again, never heard of a situation like this. Sounds like another skit from a sitcom where she was happy that she went blind. I mean, the way she's describing it, it sounds like she threw a party for herself too. Like, yeah, I went blind. Come to my fucking going blind party. We're celebrating the fact that I'm fucking blind now.
I first developed the idea that I need to be blind when I was around 6 years old. I was told by my mother that if I looked into the sun, I'd go blind, and so I stared into the sun for hours on end.
The fuck? What? What the fuck? Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but it's like, come on. I can't believe what I'm listening to. This person's celebrating that they're blind. I mean, I think, as I said, I think actual blind people would murder people just to get their sight back. And this lady has that, and she's just like, nah, I'm gonna stare into the sun for hours on end and put drain cleaner in my eye so that I can fucking go blind. Yeah, I feel like this is extremely offensive to any actual blind people who didn't have a choice in the matter. It just happened to them. And this lady's like, fuck it, take it away from me. I don't want that shit.
Extreme as Jules' case sounds, she is not alone. Dr. Michael First is a leading expert on the condition.
Our job is to reduce suffering however it's possible. The question is, what can be done? People have tried therapy, they've tried medication. None of those have really been successful.
I'm not a doctor or anything, but I suggest trying fentanyl. I don't think it'll help in any way or quiet the thoughts of making yourself blind, but try it. Try fentanyl. Why not? Get some fent.
The ethics of whether it is okay to take a normal person and make them disabled is, I think you could make it an ethical case that if you conceptualize this as treating a condition, then it's okay to do it. The big fear, of course, is somebody goes ahead and gets an amputation or becomes disabled and then changes their mind.
Okay, I got two things to comment on about what he just said. Firstly, I think it's really interesting that he is saying, yeah, it's probably not ethical to make a normal person disabled, but if we call it a disorder, then it's totally fine. We can totally call it ethical, which I think is really interesting. It almost sounds like this guy is like trying to make this sound okay when I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Especially because he's a doctor who's like specializing in this. I wouldn't be surprised if he's just a doctor who's trying to make a bunch of money off of some crazy people. That's what it kind of sounds like. He's kind of being like, yeah, I couldn't break this guy's spine to make him wheelchair bound, but if he had some kind of disorder that wanted him to do that, then I could. I totally could. I could charge this guy to take away his leg. The second thing is, I think it would be kind of funny to see the people who amputate themselves, or like this lady who makes herself go blind, and then later on down the line, she's like, fuck, why did I do this? Why was I blessed with being able to see, and I was like, no, I don't want to see anymore? Because there's no going back. There's no going back. Once you put drain cleaner in your eye and make yourself blind, you can't undo that. You can't suck the drain cleaner out of their eye and you can see again.
Apprehensive, Jewel has now told her friends in the blind community about how she took her own sight.
I just don't think I've ever known anyone who had that condition. I think there's a lot understood in the medical community, but I'm sure that by what happened to you, it will be helpful to somebody else.
Hey, Joel. How's it going?
Oh, hi, y'all. Does this affect our friendship at all?
No, actually, I want to thank you for sharing it with me. I think it's a really inspiring story, actually, because you've overcome a lot here. You're a very positive person. You contribute a lot to the blind community, and I think that's a great thing.
Why is everybody so calm and happy about this? Am I the crazy one? Am I finding out by watching this video that I'm fucking crazy? I don't think so, right? I'm not crazy in thinking that this is offensive, that somebody who could see took away their own eyesight, right? Like, I'm not, right? I don't know. I think I need to be grounded a little bit. Like, I need somebody else's perspective on this. I don't think I'm the crazy one, but all these people in this video who are so nonchalant about it and, like, happy for her make me feel like I am the crazy one. Obviously possible, but I don't know.
Days I have no regrets. I'm very happy as a blind person. If somebody's out there with the same feelings as I have, I would say don't go blind the way I did. I know there's a need, but perhaps someday there'll be treatment for it.
Okay, yeah, I don't think I'm the crazy one anymore. She just said she didn't regret it at all, but now she's telling people if they're in a similar situation, don't do it. She's basically saying, yeah, I wanted to go blind and I went blind, but don't do that shit. If she's telling other people not to do it, doesn't that mean that she doesn't like that it happened to her? Like, what the fuck? It sounds like hypocritical that she's saying she doesn't regret it, but she doesn't endorse anybody doing it to themselves. That's the end of the video, though. I mean, final thoughts. I still think this is stupid. I still, like, sure, I guess we can call it a disorder. But I feel like that doesn't make it right. You know what I mean? Just because it's a disorder doesn't make it right. Am I crazy? I don't know. You guys are going to have to let me know down in the comments. And that's it for my video. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. It helps out the channel too. And fuck off.